Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the In My View podcast, everybody. And we have another big game this weekend. Big game this weekend. And I am going to be providing a bit of pre-game analysis, the best I can. Yes, so the big game we're talking about this weekend is Manchester United versus Chelsea. Now, we've had a lot of big games over the past 2 weeks. We've had Manchester City versus Liverpool. We had Manchester United versus Manchester United versus Tottenham. We've had Arsenal versus Tottenham. We've had Arsenal versus Liverpool. So the big games are just coming in, rolling. And of course, we had Man City demolishing Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. So this is another big game, another big six game, another top six game, including Manchester United looking to stake their claim to say, oh, well, we are here and we're trying to get into the top four. And Chelsea, on the other hand, will be looking to solidify their top four position. They are now fourth. They are a point ahead of Manchester United. A win will put them 4 points ahead of Manchester United. A win for Manchester United will put them above Chelsea into the top four. Possibly closing the gap on Tottenham based on results in the Tottenham game. I think Tottenham are going to play against Newcastle, I think. Now, let's go to first. Of course, I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe, please. I just hit 100 subscribers. Thanks to all my subscribers. I'm going to ask you guys to share the channel as well. Road to 150. So we're taking our time building the channel, building the family. And of course, you can comment in the comment section. Please comment in the comment section and get the conversation going. We are on Twitter at In My View Podcast, so you can follow us on Twitter. Yes, so let's get into the big game, the tactical side of the big game. Best game that Manchester United has played this season was their last game. Slightly overshadowed the performance with what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo, but we're not going to look there. We're going to look at this big game that's coming up. Chelsea changed coach this season. They've fired Thomas Tuchel and they have come with Graham Potter, and he's playing Potter football. He will be looking to dominate the game just as how his Brighton team dominated Manchester United early out in the season. So he'll be looking to do the same thing. They're at home. However, in the past 9 games, I don't think Chelsea have beat Manchester United in the last 9 games. The last 4 have been draws. So a lot of drawn games when these two teams meet. The tactics seem to cancel out each other. So we're looking at where these two teams can damage each other. And we're going to look at the home team first. And we're going to look at Chelsea. And the starting lineup for Chelsea, I think there will be quite a few changes. Raheem Sterling should come back in. Aubameyang should come back in. I think Pulisic is going to come in. I think Thiago Silva is going to come in. And I think Kovacic is going to come in. So I'm looking at about 5 changes to the Chelsea lineup than what played when they drew against Brentford. Now, Chelsea will be looking to dominate the ball. We'll be looking to keep the ball. That's where Jorginho comes in. They will be looking to play a possessive move Manchester United around the park, open spaces on the flanks, trying to get the double team on the flanks. So they'll be looking towards they'll be looking towards the players playing on the wider flanks. You're talking about your Ben Chilwell, you're talking about Raheem Sterling, you're talking about Mason Mount. Can he get wide into the game and try to have an overload on Manchester United right hand side? I think that's where you can actually take Manchester United apart. The right hand side with Diogo Dalot and Anthony. Anthony is a hard worker, but you can actually take them on that right hand side with Diogo Dalot. I don't think Dalot is the best defender, so you can take them on that right hand side. So Chelsea will be looking to exploit that. They'll be looking to pull Fred or Casemiro, because I think Manchester United will have the same lineup. So they're trying to pull Fred and Casemiro, create an overload, and then have the switch to a Raheem Sterling or have the switch to a Ben Chilwell, and then they can play from there. So it will be a game that will be tactically superb to watch. And I think Manchester United now, where they will be looking to hurt Chelsea, will be on the counter attack. That's the number one. with Marcus Rashford looking to spinning behind because the Chelsea backline that will be starting that game, I think it will be Koulibaly, I think it will be Azpilicueta, and I think it will be Thiago Silva. No, they are not the quickest of defenders. They're certainly not as quick as a Marcus Rashford per se. So Marcus Rashford will be looking to spin in behind and get those long passes from Bruno Fernandes. So it will be an intriguing battle tactical wise this game, and I think that the coach will be able to adjust his tactics based on what is happening in the game, will be the one that will come out on top. It will be a tough venue for Manchester United. It has been a tough venue over the years for Manchester United to go and get something. I think Manchester United will be okay with a draw, because if you go away to a top 16 and you get a draw at their home ground, you're kind of okay with that result. Manchester United will not want to lose this game, because losing this game will mean Chelsea will have a 4-game gap on them. So you don't want to lose this game if you're Manchester United. But I don't think Erik ten Hag has a conservative bone in his body. He has shown that home or away, he's going to use the same tactics. So he will be looking as well to keep possession on the ball, want to move Chelsea around, and looking for those build-up play between Sancho and Luke Shaw, or Anthony and Delort, Marcus Rashford dropping in, Bruno Fernandes going ahead of the ball. Fred has gone ahead of the ball in the 2 games that he has played. He has gone ahead of the ball a lot. So with the experience of Varane, with the roughness of Martinez, and also the composure, the what you want to call it, the composure in the middle of the park from Casemiro, who can be a little bit rash at times, but he will be looking to hold the middle of the park together. So it will be a tactical battle. Now, the key men in this game for me, for Chelsea, the 2 key men in this game will be Mason Mount and Raheem Sterling. If these 2 men can step up to the plate, especially Raheem Sterling, when he was at Manchester City, he did not have the best of times whenever he was playing against Manchester United. So he will look to put that the pass behind him and look to come out and give a wonderful display. He is supposed to be the leader of this attacking line. They have brought him in. He's a senior man in the attacking line, well outside of Aubameyang, but he'll be looking to lead this Chelsea line attacking wise, be the player that dictates the game, running in behind, driving at players. We know Raheem Sterling is very direct, but he doesn't take his chances. So he needs to be on form. Well, I get one, I take one. That's what he needs to do, because as the season go along, teams don't get a lot of chances against Manchester United, especially when there's Varane and Martinez in the back line. So if you get a chance, you need to take it. And the more you take a chance, if you take the Chelsea score the first goal in this game, they will be better off than if Manchester United was to get ahead. Because if Manchester United get ahead, Chelsea will be looking to come back into the game, thus leaving spaces behind them, and that's when the live wires like Marcus Rashford, Anthony, and Sancho can get into the game. Now, looking at the bench of the 2 teams now, who can come off the bench and have an impact? I think off the bench, I think Kai Havertz we could get in off the bench in this game. I also think Ziyech can get in off the bench of this game and affect the game. And I think that the young striker Borja, his movement is pretty good, so he can cause some problem off the bench. On the Manchester United bench, there will be Christian Eriksen on the bench, and I think that Eriksen is probably the only player that is on the bench, seeing that Ronaldo is not on the bench, can come on and make a real impact for Manchester United in this game. So it will be a close encounter. I am going for a draw. I think the tactics will cancel out each other. I think the longer the game goes on, 0-0, the 2 teams will accept that result. But if we have a fast start and Manchester United get ahead, Chelsea's in for a long afternoon. So that has been my preview of the Manchester United versus Chelsea game. If you share different opinion, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. This has been In My View podcast. Thank you for listening, watching.